Yeah, the post you made on the one that you shared on your story on Instagram.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah,
First
why
off,
not? Let's
welcome everyone. I am Rai
hello.
Wizard, and this is Nate Doge in the wonderful Samurai Top Knot. I feel like we should. I'm gonna make a splash screen. It'll be you and like as a Doge, and me just like a piece of bread with a wizard hat.
Oh my god. I actually had like I had a decent idea that I wanted to see if Dinah could try making for the podcast at least.
Absolutely, man.
Um,
I really like.
I was gonna have
I want to stress like the other guys. They're just playing the games and they're lending their hardware and stuff. But you've been like involved in this, so honestly, like this is just as much mine as yours. I'm
oh,
totally. I could see you and me like teaming up and being like buddy buddy, um, gamers and stuff like that as the usual crew. Because I mean, you're already like a close friend of mine. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there. So.
yeah, yeah. No, the feeling's mutual. The feeling's mutual.
Oh,
No,
that's nice to hear.
no, I definitely would like to get to the point if it were possible to like do this as like a job or at least for some like income or
I would
something
love that.
at some point.
That would
Because
be.
then it's like right now we're putting in like so much time into like recording and playing these things and like uh, yeah, it's just kind of nice if at some point it's like we don't have to focus so much on the other things in our
Right.
lives to like keep these things going. Yeah.
Absolutely. I feel that. If things start to pick up, I promise you, I will message you the second it does. If something starts happening
Mm.
like
Yeah,
really
sponsors.
awesome. Yeah, if someone hits me up, it's like, hey, if you like sit in this chair or have this on your fucking sheet behind you so it doesn't look like just a bland piece of shit, we'd pay you so and so. I just instantly text you like, dude, someone just hit me up. So I promise
Oh,
you, like,
nice.
you be my partner in crime, and I'll make. Yeah, I had my channel subscribed to Wong Squared, so I'll do my best to cross promote
Oh, nice.
too. Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. I gotta find. I don't think I've seen. Oh no, I might have seen the YouTube channel. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, it's basic. It's super basic. I
Yeah, that's
honestly, I'm trying my best to approach this as I'm bored and this is fun and I like hanging out with my friends and recording it. I'm like, fuck it.
mm,
Because in the past I've tried to pursue it as like a career, like YouTube channels and Twitter and all that shit, and it always fell apart and it always like I was always let down and I got so sick of being just let down that I try my best to have my expectations like at the bottom. Just like if this nothing comes of this, I'm not upset, and it would be great if it did, but otherwise, it's been fun.
yeah,
So say that much.
yeah. I've been enjoying it.
Yeah,
At least like being able to play all these games and whatnot.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
definitely.
it's been chill and like making these posts is fun. I mean, I hope more people see them because I think they're like pretty funny. I don't know. That's
Dude, you are boss at this, cause
Hmm.
yeah, I know I'd be fumbling through this. I've tried my best to be like active on Twitter and Instagram and shit, but I don't know, man. I come off as awkward. I just don't have the grasp of it, I guess.
I just yeah, I'll turn it into a meme page and then I'll be like, "Hey guys, but I also, we have videos that you can watch."
I would love that. I fucking love memes, dude. I
Yeah,
don't even give a shit.
yeah.
Oh God.
I've been trying to find stuff that relates to basically like whatever is going on. Like I don't know
Mhm.
if you saw today's post.
I
Um,
haven't looked yet. No, I was just totally
uh,
like engrossed in our stuff. I'll probably take a look after we do this. Why?
pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. But it's that one it's that one meme where it's like the dog like barking at the dude, but the dog has like a huge neck. Like I don't know how to describe it. Here, maybe I can just like
The
show you
neck
real quick.
part, definitely. Yeah, you can put it up to the
Because I'm
screen.
like, hey, that's I gotta introduce the long
Oh,
dog.
I keep seeing that. I was like, what the fuck is that? I didn't realize it was from your post because I've been just going through
Yeah.
Instagram real quick.
Uh-huh.
There you go,
Yeah. So
Nolan
I was like, yeah,
Dogman.
gotta meet Nolan, right? Come watch our game tomorrow. You
Oh
can
my
meet
God,
Nolan.
yes. I've been getting
Yeah, I
ready with
was.
like games and stuff inside of the game, so it's getting meta, and I'm
Mhm.
I'm excited.
No, I'm
Oh
like
man.
pretty curious about what's gonna happen tomorrow because I know like last week was like the introductory like game,
Hmm.
but I'm assuming like you have something like very like I don't know something planned that'll
Yeah,
strike some events to occur.
I do, and it's gonna get really silly, and I'm worried that I'm trying to balance like I want it to be really silly, but I want there to be like just a hint of some intense story going on. Just the slightest, just a dollop, just a little dollop, little bit of a salt sprinkle right there. That's what I want.
uh,
So like, cause
sort of like,
I don't know, just the people who are like, oh man, this is just dumb and they're just dicking around. Like I want there to be like just the hintings of something going on underneath where people think like, what's going on in the background? I don't know though. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. See if there's a positive reaction from that.
just something to draw everyone in, so
Yeah,
it's not just like us fucking around. Like,
who knows? That might be what people love though, because I mean, I think
honest-
Darb, his personality is so fucking gargantuan. It's amazing. And
oh yeah,
you, I look forward to you coming out of your shell. I know it's gonna happen.
oh really? Oh man,
Oh yeah.
I hope so. I'm really awkward right now, but hopefully it works out.
You'll be okay, man. I have complete faith that it's gonna be
uh,
fine. All you gotta do is just keep
okay,
playing, and you'll just get into your groove, and it'll be perfect.
yeah, it's okay. I'm playing Eli anyway, so it works out.
Right? Eli is there playing eels. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
perfect. No, I'm glad he decided to join because I've like never gotten to play like anything with Eli really.
Yeah. Other than well, I played. I ran a game for him. I ran a singular game, and other GMs out there are gonna cringe and they're like, oh, when they hear this. But I gave him everything. I gave him overpowered dual pistols that could like reload themselves. I gave him like belts of strength. I gave him like diadems of dexterity and intelligence. I gave him all this treasured. Basically, what I was trying to do, I was trying to pull him into the game, into the world of Pathfinder, and show him it's not just brutal, you know, player pounding destruction. That it can be really fun and you can be OP and kick ass and enjoy your anime moment. I guess that backfired. I never thought that would backfire, but it completely backfired because he lost interest.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
some players they want to be at the bare bones, have jack shit, and every game struggle to make it another step. And I get that. That makes sense. But
yeah.
some players, I've scared them away that way. Like they're like, this is too much. I can't do this. So it's like it's so hard as a GM to figure out where people stand. It's very frustrating. Oh,
I mean, it's like kind of understandable because it's like when we fought that one dragon in the last campaign,
hmm.
and like we were just getting destroyed in that arena. I mean, it was on us for gambling so much on ourselves, but like just the fact that we barely survived that, but still like managed to win, that was a pretty good feeling, and
Okay,
it made us feel pretty cool. Because sometimes it's just like, okay, if I killed something that easily, then it probably wasn't that tough of a bad guy. Like
that's
it,
fair.
you know,
It's all,
like feeling.
continue. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, just feeling busted. It kind of just feels like maybe I'm not really that. Maybe the enemies are just weak or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was gonna say I feel that. I think it's really about player expectations. It's really about group expectation. It's really about the people who literally just step up to your game and sit down. And as a GM, you have to instantly be able to size a moment up like in like 5 seconds. And I know I'm blowing up all GM egos right now and making them probably feel so great about themselves. But honestly, like if you can gauge how someone's going to play quickly, you can have a great game. But if you're all just fumbling in the dark, I've had games like there was the one where I ran for all women, and that was really fun. We had a great time, but the expectation was
Mhm.
completely different. Like I think they just honestly they went at it, except for like two of them. They went at it like, oh, we're just here to hang out, talk, chat, have fun. The story and the atmosphere and rolling dice and literally everything that makes Pathfinder Pathfinder, that's secondary. And I'm like, for me, all of that was
Uh,
first, and then all the shit out like on the outside that just makes it better. So yeah, it's
mhm.
all about player groups and expectations.
Yeah, I mean that's understandable. It's
Mhm.
also like if someone has like one play style and one GM style, and like how they run games and whatnot. It's like good to have players that match what you enjoy.
Very
Yeah,
true.
I'm sure Eli enjoys like this game. I mean, I hope he does. But I'm sure he enjoys it because it's like it's it's like a chance to just hang out with people, and I
Yeah.
think that's like what he really just kind of he would enjoy is like to just chill with us.
Yeah. I don't think Dungeons and Dragons is really his big passion, but I think he's playing it now because he gets to hang out with all of us and be silly and kind of dumb. and I think he enjoys that. Not to call him dumb, but I just think sometimes you like to act like an idiot. Like when I play, lot of the recent characters I've played have been over the top, like super honorable knightly dudes that are they're kind of derpy, but they mean really well, and I've really
Mhm.
bonded with that kind of character. So honestly, sometimes playing just a silly meh or a flippant kind of character, not too terrible.
Oh yeah, I have like such a makeshift character sheet right now, and it's kind of relaxing to just kind of like say I'm like this and not have to like worry about it. Like I literally came up with calling my character like Beeline, like right before we started, and I was like, all right, that's cool.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, sometimes there's something to be said about like either a pre-generated character or a character you made in like 5 seconds. You're like, bam, here it is. It's a
Hmm.
fucking bard who seduces everyone, and the GM will roll his eyes, but it's like sometimes, playing a trope, it's not terrible.
Yeah, no, it'll be cool. I mean, I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing as a dishwasher or as a busboy, but I don't know. I guess I'm excited to explore that. I don't know. I wanna know what you're gonna put in there tomorrow to like drive this plot forward because I don't think I can I can wipe down tables for
Uh,
like a whole campaign.
yeah, it's gonna be a learning experience for all of us, man. Honestly, like I
Yeah.
have ideas, but every time I'm like, okay, we could do this. There's like a little voice in the back of my head that's like, no, 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 no. You need to like you're being way too ambitious or don't nothing too serious, nothing too intense. Like keep it as lighthearted as possible because this is all of us playing NPCs right now. Like what do NPCs do? How do they interact with the world? And I've got a few ideas and I'm gonna honestly I think it's gonna be the first few games that we're gonna gauge how it's gonna go and what we're really looking for. And this
Yeah.
might go on for like 10 episodes or this might go on for like another couple or it might go on for like 50. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah. It's honestly it's basically just us working at Phil's again. Is really what that game is.
Yeah.
Just all of us interacting with each other while on a job.
hmm Honestly, that's what it kind of feels like too. So I don't want it to get too boring. I know this can easily get boring that we got past the first game. So
No, I mean it's fun.
I'm rolling around some ideas. I know you don't want to just be a busboy. I'm thinking like I'm also thinking in my head like
I mean I don't mind
will leveling be like maybe instead of leveling like you'll get some
the
levels.
promotion.
Exactly. Like you're shift lead, now you're assistant store leader,
Yeah,
and then you're store leader, and then you're
exactly.
manager. Maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm rolling around in there.
No, that'd be a cool idea.
Right?
Yeah, I think it's fun. And I think this game kind of fits our personalities really well. Just like goofing around and whatnot.
Honestly, like I always after my time at Phil's, I always imagined after watching all these fucking TV shows and all these different guys making these different shows about just random parts of life, I super could imagine seeing you guys in like a Phil's TV show. Just the
That
day,
fills TV.
dude, I'm serious. The day-to-day life of a barista, it is much more hilarious and ridiculous than people would be led on. Like some people are just there for the paycheck, and some people, like when me and Harrison would be on shift together, it was one random insanity after another. Just shit always went
That
awry, and I think it would be hilarious. I would laugh my ass off
was fun.
watching that. Yeah.
I miss it. And I've said this to you like several times, but I did miss working at Phil's like afterwards. I mean, my job right now is like pretty boring. I mean, it pays like way better, but it's just so boring.
Yeah, I totally
Uh,
understand, man. I totally understand.
yeah, just dealing with customers, but not face to face to see the nice ones.
Right? I met some like people I
Yeah,
still talk to from Phil, so like there were some good times.
yeah,
Yeah, there were some times I
that's
was
nice.
like fucking pulling my hair out, but there were a lot of times that I really bonded with people. So what are you gonna
Mm, yeah. Uh,
do? I mean, I
yeah.
got plenty more to
No,
talk about. If I don't know, whatever you want to talk about, man. We're about 15 minutes into this.
I remember the time that Harry put like tomatoes in your pocket. That was I don't know, some of the shit he did at work. Sure, why not? Let's talk about Harry. I kind of miss that guy. He's so funny.
Dude, honestly, like I reamed that kid on Instagram. I mean, it came out wrong, but I don't give a shit, man. I was very upset that because he just totally fell off the face of the planet. But then I've been told that he's done that for everyone, so I guess I don't feel super bad about. And I guess it's not just me, but I'm like, fuck, dude. Like we were best buddies. Like where have you gone? Yeah, because there were some funny ass times. I mean, there was the time he will always tell you and I promise you he's wrong. But he will do everything in his power to tell you that um, he convinced me that I had dropped my face on the ground. It was like a very brotherly thing. He'd be like, "Dude, you dropped your face on the ground." I never once fell for that. But he's convinced everyone now. Oh yeah, Ryan is like totally gullible. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Oh my god,
Yeah, he was a silly
he's
guy.
so funny. Yeah, no, he would always do shit like I remember when he like switched the iPad like screensaver. I don't know, did you hear about that? When he changed
No,
it to like Fiona, like just from Shrek, like just naked in a shower. It's like so. I went on to mobile and I opened it and I was just greeted with like a naked Fiona. And he left it on. He, he left it on for like
oh
the
my
next day's
god.
shift because he was closing. So, I think it was like Jared. He was open the next morning. And he had to change it hella quick because like Carrie was there.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Boys, dude,
That yeah,
always got me with shit like that.
he was bulletproof. He never gave a shit about any of the consequences, which was good. And honestly, that kind of rubbed off on me. There was one time I met a bunch of like bigwig executive, well, not executives, but like upper tier managers came into the store and they were having like a manager team meet. And there was like accountants and other people there. Literally like Carrie goes to introduce like, oh yeah, and this is I'm like, hi, my name is Jaren, nice to meet you. And then she's like, his name is not Jaren, it's Ryan. And like I just made a complete ass of myself. And I just think back to them like, damn, if I hadn't met Harrison, I don't know if I would have done that. Like the shit I would say. I introduced myself as Jaren. Him and me would be like dancing behind like the executives while they're just sitting there doing their meetings and stuff and doing like the cyber goth like the rave dancing stuff.
Yeah,
And yeah, we just didn't give a shit and we never got fired. So I guess we got away with
I don't
it.
know. There's definitely a lot of stupid shit that
Mm.
like just went on, and I was like surprised that we got away with doing shit like that.
I think it's because like we managed to do our job better than most, or at least we did it well enough to where, and and no one, I guess maybe no one else was getting hired or applying, so we just could get away with it, man. They needed us.
Oh yeah. Shoot, what else was there? Okay, this time. Oh my god, I can't even. This ended up just being like a conversation about Phil's and Harry. So, so
That's fine.
like one time, he was washing the dishes, right?
Hmm.
And like his hands were in the sink, and he was like, "Nate, can you like grab my phone for me?" Right? He's like, "Can you unlock it?" And then I was like, "Okay, sure. What's the code?" And I put in the code, and like right when I has he gotten you with this one?
Wait, he took your picture?
Right? Huh?
Did he take your picture on?
No. I opened it, and it's just this like big like black dude with his like dick hanging out, like uncensored and everything, and he's just like sprawled out, and it's just hanging loose there. And I was like, God damn it, Harry! It was like the first thing that was on the when I opened it.
He's got me with a couple. Like he got me one where this dude is standing 69ing this chick, and she's a big woman. She's a
Oh
big
wait,
fucking lady. And he's like, dude, Ryan,
I
check this
think I've
out.
seen that one.
And he's like, this is my girl, and he just showed me, and I was like, man, she is. You got to keep her there. Like after so much time with Harrison, nothing surprised me anymore. So when my reactions went from like me being like, oh my god, to me being like, just totally playing into it.
Mhm.
Some of the shit,
Oh
yeah.
man,
Oh man, what else did he do? I mean, I saw him get like disciplined a couple times, which was hella funny. I mean, I laughed about it.
oh really?
He got really uncomfortable. Yeah, there's one time that LT, our old store manager, I, if she ever sees us, she's gonna be very cross with me. I say this, but she was angry at him, and she said she was giving him attitude. Or she said he was giving him an attitude, and he was just I've seen, it's very seldom you see Harrison flustered. I saw him flustered. He didn't know how to respond because she's like hired tech manager, and me and Steph were in the back laughing our asses off, like watching LT just like quietly flip her shit at him. And he's like, I'm not giving you attitude. And like he was just, yeah, first time I ever seen him flustered. And then
No.
I guess yeah, a lot of the interaction with him is us throwing things at each other. I used
Mhm.
when he'd come back after he never learned his lesson that he'd be like, oh man, I've been busting weights all day and like I'm so fucking tired. I would just come up behind him and I would just smack the calf, like the back of his leg as hard as they fucking could, or I'd karate chop him where I know he's sore, and he would just collapse like ah, and the whole store would pause because he would just like yell out. I'm like, yeah, you seem fine to me, and I would just walk away from him. It's just in severe pain, but that's what guys do, man. And just I was being a fucking
Oh god.
dick. It was great.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, I had no idea how to like talk to him. I'm not gonna lie. Like he was so like nice, approachable, but he was like it was always like, oh my god, he's always saying like funny shit. I have no idea what I'm supposed to respond.
Oh,
Like,
dude, you just you throw it back at him 100%. That's what you do. If you like, if we were to all hang out regularly like we did at Phil's again, like yeah, you just throw it back at him. There's like some pictures I would show him that were disgusting. Um, him and my best friend Spencer, they had this like feud going on, but it was through me. So they would just tell each other the worst shit you could possibly imagine, like the meanest, most effed up things, and they would say it through me. So I would have to relay this shit to them, and it and it came out pretty bad. There were sometimes people straight up like people who were new or training there would stop and just be like staring in disbelief as I'm telling him these things, and I'm like, Spencer says this, and then yeah, it was pretty bad.
oh gee.
Yeah, I got graphic, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
It was great because when they finally met, it was super awkward and it was hilarious, and I'm like, oh my
Oh
god,
really?
yeah. They like shook hands,
I'm
and
not surprised.
I was like, oh my god, you guys, what the fuck is wrong with you?
But some of the times I'm surprised. Like the stuff we talk to each other about behind bar and then just like we do in front of the customers, like yeah, I was honestly surprised we never got fired for
Jake straight up like watches this and then bans us from Phil's forever. That would be funny. I'd laugh
I
my
know,
ass
right?
off.
Oh god, please no.
No,
Please.
she's not gonna
Hey,
ban us. Fuck that.
Jacob, sponsor us.
You want to be sponsored by Phil's? They're kind of in hot water right
Yeah.
now. Get it?
Oh yeah, they are, huh?
Yeah, yeah, apparently.
Duh.
Go,
The
go,
burns.
go and burn. Um, no, I mean, I guess it'd be cool to get free coffee. So,
Yeah.
or I
If
mean,
you if you guys want to learn how to like pour water really well, like work at Phil's.
yeah, definitely. We got the
If you
hookup.
want to learn how to if you want to learn how to pour scalding water into a cup from like really high up, work at Phil's.
Got that high pour. Got to do that high pour
I know.
well,
I don't know if I can do that anymore.
right? I can still kind of like mix drinks and I can still make coffee pretty well, but I don't know, man. I guess
Yeah.
I think I've lost it. There's times I've thought about like I thought maybe this summer I'd go back to Phil's and work there before,
Mhm.
the whole shitstorm with the pandemic. I thought I'd go back
Yeah.
and work a little bit to make some money just to have to tide me over when I went back to university, but that shit did not happen. So here we are now.
Jared's almost convinced me to like work there on weekends,
Mm,
every like every weekend basically for like a day or two,
hmm
and I'm sure like it wouldn't have been too bad, but I'm like, man, I can't handle more stress. Like it's fun and I miss it, but it's also stressful
It is, dude.
sometimes.
I mean, let's not make any qualms about it. We had some funny ass fucking times. Harrison was a chuckle-headed idiot, and I was a chuckle-headed idiot, and we all said stupid shit to each other. But it was stressful. Like it was stressful, man. Like there were times
Oh
like
yeah.
people just treated us like shit. You'd be like, damn, why
Oh yeah.
why you gotta be
Uh,
so mean? This is turning into like barista confessions, but it's true. Like I remember one time, I felt bad. This homeless guy came in, and we were doing our best to like service him and help him out, but the whole room fucking scattered because this guy, it was just the smell was just unbelievable. And straight up,
mm,
Fatima, she got out her bougie ass cologne and she was spraying the store. And she's like, this shit cost me like $100 for this like thin bottle. She's like, but it's worth it.
oh.
Like, it was hard to breathe. My eyes were watering, and I just like, fuck, dude. Actually, one of my fond memories.
No,
Okay, go ahead, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, no, definitely. I feel like that. our coworkers were very like good to people. I I feel like we generally tried to like we were understanding of like homeless people that wanted to come in for a drink and stuff, or like we helped with like disabilities and whatnot. Like everyone was always very like welcoming, and it was nice.
Very true, very true. But on the
Yeah.
converse, uh, I guess I'll be the bad cop in this. There was
Oh gosh.
there were some people. I think it's mostly the stuck up fucking, not throwing shit at you, but programmers and like corporate folk. They
It's
kind
okay.
of,
I'm not a programmer.
that's true, that's right. You're the tech support for the programmers, which is even more of a mind fuck for me.
I
Right?
hate those programmers.
Yeah, my fond memory with Harrison was this guy came in with his son, and I get it, he's a dad, so I guess maybe he felt obligated to treat us like shit. Maybe not,
Mm.
set a fucking example for your kid. He had us, he tossed his, he didn't toss it at us, but he kept putting his drink back to us. This hot chocolate, he wanted us to cool it down, wasn't the right temperature, didn't have the right amount of sugar, was like, didn't have the right enough milk. Then when we put all this milk and all this other shit in it that did cool it down, it wasn't hot enough. So we'd have to throw it back either with like hot water or the microwave. We did this like 5 or 6 fucking times, and this guy was
Oh
getting
god.
more and more pissed off. And at the end of it, as he walks away, because I was pretty new, I was only like 2 or 3 months in. Harrison just goes, "Sweet mother of pearl!" Like that was the only thing he said, and I just started laughing. And he's like, "Damn, that guy was a dick!" Like he just was like so ornery. And I'm like, "Dude," and he was just getting more and more angry. It's like, fucking chill, man. Like I'm trying to make your drink, but you have me putting this cold ass milk to cool your drink down, but then it's too cold, and it's like,
Uh-huh.
oh god.
Oh my god.
Did you have
Yeah.
did you
No.
have any of that?
Some of these, yeah, some of the customers are like they really test you. Like this one girl, she came up and she was like, "So, like, are the beans fresh?" And I'm like, "What do you mean are they fresh?" Like, do, do you think like we don't roast them here? Like if that's what you're asking. They're like date stamped to like I don't know when they were made, right? Is that what the date stamps were? It's like when they were roasted?
No, that's when they're packaged. Actually, I don't know
Oh,
why I remember this, but it's 14 days. Apparently, they do not, the maximum amount of time from roasting to us, from when they roast them, when they get the fucking meat and they put in the roaster, 14 fucking days. So 2 weeks. That is the maximum amount of time I was told by the roaster guy himself. So
oh my god.
yeah, which is fresh
Yeah,
as fuck, dude. If you think about it.
that is really fresh. Not fresh enough for that girl though.
Oh my god,
I
Jesus.
was like, I can check the date for you on like this bean. She's like, what do you recommend? I was like, this, the like like filtered soul or whatever.
Mhm.
And I forgot. She got like really upset, and she's like, "Well, I just want a good cup of coffee." I'm like, "Well, I can make you one if you just want me to like choose one for you." It's like, "No, I don't want you to choose one." And then she like just picked one, and I was like, "Oh, okay." She's like really upset. And I was like, "Where do you think you are, man? We're not like some bougie ass coffee shop. We're Phil's.
We've
Like
got
we're a
we've
brand."
got 6 coffee trees in the back. We pick those fucking beans ourselves, and then we have a roaster, and we do that by hand every morning. You're right, motherfucking people. That reminds me.
Yeah, let me.
There was this
No,
guy.
go ahead.
I think he was from Turkey, so there was a little bit of a language barrier, but he spoke English well enough. We could communicate. I was not there. I was at the side, like watching from a distance, going like, "Oh my god!" Because this guy goes up to Jared, and Jared will actually, he'll tell this story too. He remembers this. This guy is like, I want to have a single origin. Get me what did he ask for?
Oh
He asked for
God.
like Gaia organic, and Jared's like, "Oh, we're not Pete's, so we don't have any of that." He's like, "Okay, well, I just want a Sumatra then." He's like, "We don't have Sumatra actually. Everything is a blended coffee." He's like, "I don't want any. Okay, I want a blended coffee. I want a single origin." He's like, "Oh," and Jared's like, "Okay, well, we don't have that, but we do have all our coffees are mixed coffees." And they were like literally talking that fast, and that it was a lot louder. They were like almost at one point started yelling at each other. Jared was holding it together really well. But holy shit, this guy was getting angrier and angrier, and he just like he's like, I want to talk to your manager. And he's like, actually, okay, I'm the manager. He's like, well, I don't want to talk to you. He's like, okay, well, I'm the manager on shift right now, so you have to talk to me. He's like, okay, well, I don't want to talk to you. And he stormed out. And I'm just sitting
Oh
there.
my God.
I'm not exaggerating. This went on for a good 6 to 10 minutes, honestly. Just them back and forth really loud, really fast. And I was just like staring from a distance, just
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. I swear to God, anyone watching this, never go to a Phil's and ask for a latte. That's
Oh
just the
my
dumbest
fucking
shit.
God. Please don't.
If you
Please.
go to a coffee shop, if you ever go to a coffee shop, whoever's watching this, please look at the menu first before you try to order something.
It's so
Don't just try to
easy.
order something.
It's right fucking in front of you. It's this big giant sign, and usually there's a calorie count next to it, and there's a bunch of numbers, and those are how much
Yeah.
it costs.
Pick this, tell us what size, how much sugar and milk do you want?
Literally, just say like I want like because now they got a small. Now they have fucking large. They don't have just a small and a large. Now no, they have a medium now. So that's the size. Just say the beans and just say if you want cream and sugar and if you want a lot, little bit, or somewhere in the middle. I see because people want to get it because you'd say like light, medium, or creamy, light, medium, or sweet and creamy.
Mhm.
They wouldn't get that. So I'd always be like, did you want a lot, a little bit, or in the middle? That's always I just changed it. I got sick and tired of like the right way to say it, and I just started saying that because people got that a much easier than sweet and creamy. Because sweet, they'd be like, how sweet is sweet? I'm like, I don't have to go into my whole spiel. I'm like, I don't want to do that. It's, do you want a lot? Do you want a little bit? Or do you want it like in the middle? So much easier.
Oh, yeah, I always overshot by a lot because I knew that if someone asked for sweet and creamy, they want it like sweet and creamy, like really sweet and creamy. I went like an inch and a half of cream. I don't know if that's right, but
No, I did the same thing. See, now we're gonna never get hired back. We're gonna be banned for life. But I swear
I
to
know
Christ,
they're gonna
I
be
did the
like,
same exact thing. People always, when they said like, I want it real sweet and creamy, that's like probably more than half the cup. Honestly, more of cream and sugar, which is fucking disgusting. Like, if you're
yeah,
that guy, if you're those people, dude, seriously, go home and just drink sugar
why?
water. The fuck are you doing here?
No, I mean there was a customer. I mean oh man, they loved it sweet and creamy. It was like 5 scoops of sugar and like an inch of cream or something like that. But 5 scoops of sugar, I was like, how?
Wait, what do you
That's
say,
like
Miku?
you're gonna get.
Oh no, yeah, Miku thinks we're talking about her right now. We're not though, because
Oh
it's
no.
her levels are
Does she
never.
do that?
She likes either 2.5 to 3 scoops, depending the size of the scoop, and she likes it medium creamy usually, actually, because
Oh.
if the cream congeals unless it's milk. If it's milk, then it's
Hmm.
like an inch of milk, the usual like creamy of milk.
Yeah.
She's not too extra, honestly. Some people, no, she had
Okay.
like you said, 5 fucking scoops, dude. I swear to Christ, there was someone who like, not even exaggerating. I honestly counted like 20 fucking scoops of sugar. I counted that
Oh
shit.
yeah.
I was like, you're gonna die of diabetes. That's what's gonna happen.
Hmm. That's insane. No, I've had. I don't know. Some customers also just make the worst, like the most complicated thing too. Like, I remember there were these three. Okay, it was always during closing shift around like 6 o'clock. These three girls, like high schoolers, I bet they always came in
Mm,
and like, do you know who I'm talking about?
I think so. That sounds
And
so
what was
fucking.
their order? It was like an iced filtered soul with like
Yeah.
cinnamon and whatever, like all the
Fuck those
spices
orders.
in it also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
It's like why would you do this? Why would you do this? Or like
Finally,
when people get hot chocolates without like fucking milk and like what do you want, man? This is just like you just get Nesquik powder and put water in it. I swear this one lady once ordered an iced hot chocolate with no cream or sugar, and I was like, "Do you hate your kids?" Like it was like for her son. I was like, "Do you hate your kids?"
yeah, because that's literally just chocolate milk. Like, fuck, dude. Just
Yeah,
go to
like
like a.
not even chocolate milk, chocolate water.
Yeah, it's a grosser version. It's a liquidy, watery, nasty ass chocolate milk. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Without the milk, it's the worst combination ever. Yeah. Oh God.
Mhm.
What's the worst? Okay, here's a bad one. This guy swore he swore by pouring the coffee through 3 fucking times, and I'm like, you are getting disgusting bitter ass shit. That's what you're getting. He's like, I know it doesn't affect the caffeine content, but I just like the taste. I tasted that one time. It literally tasted like dirt. Like, it actually kind of tasted like, I don't eat dirt on the daily, but it's what I'd imagine dirt tasted like, and it fucking tasted like, it was so bitter and gross and gritty, and I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I'm not surprised, honestly. It looks like dirt at that point.
It really does. Uh, let's see what else were
No, yeah.
what are the gross ass
No,
ones.
I had one time, it was like it wasn't a weird order, but, like, this one customer, oh my god, he gave me so much attitude. He came up, he ordered his drink, and I swear he was sitting there, and, like, he wasn't even far. He was, like, sitting at the like, when you see the entrance and those tables, like, on the side as you, go up the ramp, you
Hmm.
know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, the ones like, if you're facing the entrance, it's on the right side
Yeah,
wall.
yeah.
And, like, I was sitting there and I was like, "Hey, your order is ready," or whatever, I called out the drink. I don't remember why, but I'll say filter soul. I'm like, "Hey, filter soul." And I was like, "Filtered soul," like, over and over again. I said it, like, 5 times, and then I got, like, increasingly loud to where, like, people just started looking at me when I yelled it, but he just was not looking. He was talking to his friend. I was like, "Filtered soul!" He still didn't hear me, and then I just like, "Alright, I'm just gonna leave it, and then he'll get it when he's ready." And so, because it was like a rush. It was like a lunch rush. So a bunch of people were coming in, and I just
Hmm.
kept making drinks. And then he was like, "Hey, is this my filtered soul?" And then I was like, "Yeah, yeah, that's yours." And then he's like, "What? You don't call our drink out when it's done?" And I was like, "I did." And then he just walked away. I was like, "What do you?" I called it out like 10 times. It's insane.
I think I remember you telling me this story, and I remember being
Yeah,
like,
fuck
"Yeah,
that
people
guy.
people don't fuck that guy." What's his name? Fucking Keith. Fuck you, Keith. No, I'm just kidding. We don't know what his name was. Um, I swear, I think there was like, because near the end there, I realized I wasn't bulletproof, but I cared less and less. I think there might have
Yeah.
been one time where I threw a cup at a window to get someone's attention. Um,
Oh my god.
I think there was one time where I started doing other like really random shit, and I started making like scenes, or like me and Harrison started like messing with each other. Like we'd like frisbee throw shit at each other, and then, like some of us like we'd either fall or some crazy shit would happen. Yeah, near the end there, it's a good thing I was leaving too, because just like my flow, I had no flow. For people who don't know, you're supposed to have 3 cups on your bar at all times. And if there's a rush, like a fucking big ass line, and there always is for the inside deets, do not go in at like 8:39. I mean, that's just kind of a given. But then 12:45 to 12:50 at
Mhm.
the Sunnyvale location, on the fucking dot, 12:45 to 12:50 p.m. at lunchtime, right at that increment. That's when everyone fucking shows up. So if you show up before or after that time, you'll probably be okay. Um,
Yeah.
but what was I gonna say? Yeah, my flow was annihilated. You have to have like 3 drinks, and you're just constantly like one drink out, one drink in, one drink out, one drink in, and you always have three going on. It's just
Mhm.
like it's like a conveyor belt. And yeah, near the end there,
Yeah, and then you get those assholes that are like,
I'll take 10
"Yeah,
drinks.
I have, like, 4 drinks for my coworkers."
Yeah, like that. I mean, Nate Doge, you're being nice because there's some people like, I hate to do this, but I got like 10 drinks, and I'm like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
you'd be like,
Yeah,
oh,
I've had, like a it was a DoorDash for, like, 30 drinks. It was, like, 4 whole carriers,
oh my
and,
god,
like I think no, it was 5 carriers, and then, yeah, I fit, like, 5 drinks each. And I felt bad because it was, like, this pregnant lady, and she was, like she had to drive all the drinks to, like, this office or whatever, and I was like, "Man, fuck those guys for ordering this."
right?
So I
Yeah.
helped her, like, load her car and whatnot. Sorry, what were you saying? I, like, cut off your story.
No,
It's
no,
like
no. Like that's funny you should say, because I swear, because you left before I left. So all of these, I think I recall you doing that. Like I vaguely recall these things. Honestly, yeah.
this shit sucked.
It did. Those carriers sucked ass. I hated it. Um, we went through like
Not even
50 store fucking managers. That sucked. That we didn't have a consistent leadership. Just because Sunnyvale was Sunnyvale, and it was just it was a grueling experience sometimes. But honestly, there was a lot of good times too. So it wasn't just all shit.
Yeah. Sad to hear that, Phil's is not doing hot
Yeah, we are
in, I
sorry
guess,
about
the
that.
social means, I don't know,
Yeah, right.
with all the workers, I don't know.
He'll get it.
So,
Good old
that
Jakey
does suck.
boy. He's a new CEO. I mean, I probably get upset hearing that, but it's just you live and learn, and you just gotta roll with the punches. So,
Oh, yeah.
starting a business is not an easy task. It is fucking challenging as shit, and you gotta deal with all. It's really, of course, the most challenging I would say, in my opinion, was managing people. Having started a small little home-owned cottage business, it has been exceptionally difficult trying to schedule to make sure everyone shows up at the same time, has the same agenda, and that we're being
Mm.
proactive. That shit is like, I don't know why. To me, in my head, I'm like, that should be not hard at all because we're all friends. We all communicate anyway. But you throw in money and
Oh yeah.
widgets, and it just fucks everything. And you're like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. So
No, I get what you mean.
that was our Phil's experience to all those people
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah. I got one not from Phil's if you want to hear about that
Dude, yeah,
customer.
shoot, man.
This is legit the dumbest thing that ever happened to me with the customer's order. All right, first of all, if you go to a coffee shop and you're like, make me whatever, don't complain when you get what you don't like. All right. I'm gonna preface this story with that. So like
It happens all the
I may
time.
I may have told you this one before, but when I was working at the coffee shop before that, by the way, shout out to Nautical Bean in San Luis Obispo. That place is great. I love that place. Uh no, it was really cool. It was
I
actually
believe it.
like I think you would have really liked that coffee shop, honestly, if you were able to go there. Um the owner is like super into pop culture, so he has like skateboards all along the wall. He has like an arcade machine inside and like I don't know, it's just really interesting looking. It's yeah, it's not the typical like hoity toity like coffee shop that looks all modern and like I don't know how to describe it.
It looks like a fucking
Yeah,
hotel. Like, yeah, I got you.
yeah. But anyway, this customer she came up to me and she's like what's good? And I was like, everything's pretty good. I like this drink. And she's like, okay, well, make me whatever you want, right? And so I like do it. I make her like this drink and uh fucking I give it to her, right? And she takes it, she goes down, she goes back, and then she tries it, she comes back to me and she's like, I don't like this. It tastes gross. Like it tastes really weird. Like can you make me something else, right? And then I was like, okay, what would you like? And then she was like just I don't know. Oh no, I remember now. I remember now. Okay, sorry. I mixed up the story.
That's okay.
So so she did. I didn't tell her what I was gonna make her. I made her a blended vanilla, like caramel vanilla latte,
Okay.
right? And so she went down and she came back and she was upset and she was like, "Oh, this tastes weird. Like, can I get something else?" Right? And I was like, "Okay, what would you like this time?" And then she was like, "Can I get a like caramel vanilla latte, like blended?" And I was like, "That is exactly what I made for you." And then she's like, "Well, it doesn't taste like vanilla or caramel. Like, can you make me something else then?" And I was like, "Okay, like what do you want?" She's like, "Just whatever else." And then so I made her like another drink, and she was like, "Okay, it's better." And then she like left.
You
But
should.
I
Oh
was
my God.
that's like the dumbest. I like yeah, I was pretty upset. I'm like, I made you exactly what you ended up wanting in the first place.
If it were me, honestly, and I know someone who's done this to a degree. I'll explain in a second. I would have made her the same exact drink, pushed it forward, like try that, and she'd be like, "Oh, it's good," and I'd be like, "You
Oh
motherfucker!" I swear. There was one person who's like, I forgot what it was. I think they so the this one story is it's not super entertaining and funny, but like this person asked for, oh, I want to I don't really like dark coffee, so give me like your lightest blend. I gave him like a light blend, like a I don't know, like a So Good or some shit. And they're like, oh, it's really gross. It tastes really like floral and like really vibrant. And I like it like when it's smoky flavor. I'm like, yeah, that's a dark roast. I remember like I gave like I gave, near the end there, or even before the end, I was very snarky with my responses. People I rub people the wrong way, but I'm like, you know what? You need to know you're being dumb. There's this one girl though. God bless her.
yeah.
She's amazing. Her name is Michelle. Not
Oh,
the not our different
Bluster.
Michelle. Michelle O, not
Oh,
Michelle Poole. I just said her whole name live. Oh well. No one's watching anyway. It doesn't matter. So Michelle
just a
O.
rant.
Except for the randos and the people who's like, hey, you wanna be famous? Just pay me $1,500 and your stream's gonna take off. I'm like, really? Anyway, this girl, Michelle O. This guy, he's like, oh, I want he ordered ahead and he's like, I want this drink, but you guys never make it sweet enough or creamy enough. So I want you to destroy it with sweet and creamy. And she had gotten this guy like every fucking day and he keeps complaining. She 100% because like before then a large was a 16-ounce cup. She filled a 16-ounce cup with literally nothing but cream and like melted a shit ton of sugar, and I'm not exaggerating. She put like a slight like just a dash of coffee. Guy took it, drank it, said it's the best drink he's ever had. We were like, oh my god, you drank nothing but cream and sugar with literally some drops of coffee.
Did you guys tell them that?
Nope. He walked out and he was happy. And we're like, you are fucking, what's wrong with you?
Oh, that's disgusting.
It's vile. That's so much.
I
Oh
I
my
can't I
god.
can't remember the exact situation, but I've definitely like had a customer like tell me they wanted it like more cream or more sugar, but like I didn't want to get a new spoon because we were running low on spoons. So I just straight up handed it back to them and was like, "Here, try that." And they were like, "Oh, it's better." I didn't do anything to
That's the secret. No, that's, I was gonna say that. I straight up, I never had the guts. Well, I think I might have done it once or twice where I pretended to mix it and I handed it back. I was like, "How's that?" And they're like, "Wow, this is so much better." I'm like, "You fucking asshole."
I
I
hate you so
I did
much.
nothing to it.
They're like, "Can I get it hotter?" And then I just like I let it sit like even longer. They're like, "Oh yeah, this is scalding."
Oh man, people fucking yeah. I swear to God, there were so many like little things, little tips and tricks we did with that. Oh, it's so funny.
Oh god, it's so bad. Yeah, definitely. I'm glad like we don't work there anymore. Otherwise, we'd be in so much trouble if people are just
Right? Oh, dude. Because yeah,
yeah,
no, I mean, no one's gonna fucking. Who's gonna watch this?
yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Rando, who's gonna make our stream blow up for only a cheap, the cheap fee of $15,000 or whatever the fuck he was
Oh
asking.
jeez,
He's like, yeah, man, just send me a PayPal. Like, oh, it might have been just 1,500. My bad. I'm like, oh well, man, what
that's
a
not a
deal.
lot.
It's like in the long run, it's really not
Like that.
that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I can like there's so many things that happen.
Right?
You guys have no idea. But
They don't. They really don't.
one one time this lady came up to me and she was like, can I get a white mocha?" And I was like, "Oh, we don't do like white mochas." And then she was like very insistent. She's like, "You guys are filled, right? Like you guys like I ordered a white mocha last week." And I was like, "From which like from where?" It's like Phil's, like which location? She's like, "Oh yeah, over down the street or whatever, blah blah blah." And then she was like, "Wait," I'm like, "Are you guys are Pete's?" And then I was
Oh
like,
my
"No, we're."
god.
And then I was like, "No, we're Phil's." And
I
then
think
she's like, "Oh," like the daughter pointed out, and then they were just like embarrassed and they like left.
I swear I was there for that. All these stories you're telling me, you either told me these before, which that's fine. They're funny as shit, or I
For
swear to
sure,
Christ I
I
was
have.
there because I remember that conversation so well. Like, oh, like aren't you guys Pete's? Like, no, no, no. Like I remember you saying like we're literally like Phil's like five fucking times. Like I remember you saying that like over and over and over again. Phil's,
Yeah, I'm like,
Philz,
look at
Phil's.
the sign. Yeah,
Dude,
staggering the amount of people who do not look at the menu.
yeah, yeah, it's great. Hey, do you guys do lattes here? Nope. I can make you something like a
No,
latte though. Do you guys do
yeah.
frappuccinos? Like, nope. Everything is pour over. I remember, yeah, with people, I don't. The way you phrased everything was also that was everything. I knew exactly how to make sure people didn't treat me like shit. Or I was actually it was like 9 times out of 10, if I said something a certain way, people would either fuck off and stop asking, or they would be like they would chill the hell out. Because some people like they didn't care. They would just flip out and they were out for blood. If you said like I forgot what it was. I had this script down perfectly where I'd be like, oh, we don't do that, but I can do this. I would say it in such a way where they'd always say, oh, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But if you said it like, oh, we don't do that, they would always be like, well, can you try? Like they'd take it like if you said something a certain way, they would take it as a fucking challenge. And it's like I
Yeah.
figured out exactly how to make sure they didn't challenge me because I'm like, I don't care. Go away.
Yeah. Nah, sometimes like even offering to remake their drinks, like that sets them off. I don't know why that is. Like one guy, he wanted me to like he basically his drink wasn't hot enough. He's like, "Hey, can you like throw this in a microwave or something?" And I was like, No, we don't have one of those for public use. And
Mm.
they're like, "What about the oven?" I was like, "Yeah, that's definitely a health hazard to just put, like, your cup in the oven." I was like, "I can remake your drink for you." And he's like, "Nah, it's okay." And he just, like, angrily, like, grabbed his cup and walked away.
I remember one time because he thought people think that all the shit we have behind bar and in the back room is theirs for the taking. Apparently, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I'll just take it." I'm like, "Nope, that's not how that works. It's fucking all." This guy straight up just walked over, grabbed one of our cups, and came over. He's like, "Hey, I'd like a drink for here, please." And I'm like, "That is employee cups. Those aren't yours to use." He's like, "Oh well." I mean, can I use it? I'm like, nope. I remember, I think I actually told him, like, yeah, they're really dirty and we don't wash them often. And he, like, I think he flipped out and he was just like, he like pulled his hand away and like feared. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I mean, we've had people try to like walk behind bar. I remember one time
Ah,
Harrison had to like straight up do this to guys like, you can't come back here. Like this guy tried to like straight up walk behind the bar and just talk with us.
oh, yeah. No, I mean, I don't doubt that. It's like I'm not oh my god. Wait, okay, I got 2 stories about mugs now that you mention it. Alright, before okay, first one is okay, there was this one girl who, like, always had a dirty mug every time she came in,
Hmm.
and, like, we always had to go, like, wash it for her or whatever, or, like, rinse it out because it was just gross. One time she, like, she broke the, like, camel's back. Like, basically, she handed me her mug, right, with the lid on. Do you remember this? I
Yes.
pulled the lid off, and there was like mold in there from the last like mint mojito she had from I don't know how long ago. But it was like it looked like spider webs all throughout the cup, and I was like, and I went to like the shift lead. I forgot who it was. I think it was like Fatima, and I was like, what can I? What do I do with this? She's like, oh, we can't do that. We can't do that. Give it back to her. And then I was like, I'm sorry. Like you gotta. We can't clean with this. So she looks inside. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I was like, okay, how long has that been in your bag for you to like?
Literally
You
the
think
last
it's
time she was at
clean?
Phil's. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah. I
God.
was like, what makes you think it was clean? Who does that?
Oh, I remember you told me that story. I think I was even like, I came in that day or the next day, and you were like, "Dude, you will not believe what I fucking just had to deal with." I was like,
It was gross. So gross.
What's the
And
other one?
the other story is, you know how there was that one guy who like always came in and like hit on some of the our coworkers. I forgot what his name was. He had like the Overwatch mug.
Oh, Tom.
Yeah, Tom.
I shouldn't say his name. Oh, there's a lot of Toms out
Well,
there. Tom, if you ever watch this, man, we love you, dude. But yeah, you were
hey,
making people uncomfortable.
I'm sorry if you like yeah if you ever see this. Um, no, you were for sure macking on a lot of our coworkers. I remember seeing him like there was this one customer who was just sitting down. He wrote his number down on a napkin and like handed it to her, like
Hmm.
hella smooth. I mean, he was a cool guy, sure, yeah, but he was definitely there to mac. Anyway, the crazy thing was, I ran into him once after I stopped working at Phil's. I ran into him when I started at Google. So like, did he works there? Did you know that
I knew he was
he
like,
works?
I knew he was tech and corporate. I didn't know he was at Google. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
straight up. I okay. So we have this bar like nearby. It's like basically this bar. It doesn't belong to Google, but it's like on the property. But like Google's just like, yeah, you can stay there. And like I went there for a like a friend's like she was like leaving for another job or something. So it was like a farewell like party or whatever. And like straight up, he was there, and I was like, "Why the hell do you look so familiar?" And I was like, "Hey, do you have like an Overwatch mug by chance?" And he was like, "Yeah." Oh, I thought you looked familiar. You used to make my drink at Phil. And yeah, it was just like that. And we just talked for a bit,
Nice. Woo,
and I
boy.
was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god."
He was a,
So yeah, that was interesting. What were you saying?
I just say he's a character. Him and I chatted. Like he's a down to earth guy, but yeah, he was definitely he was a thirsty boy. He was thirsty for them ladies, chiquitas. And but we chatted, and I remember I mean we talked about video games and he and leagues that he was part of and stuff. And he was socially awkward, but he was a good guy. I'm socially awkward. I just fake it. I think really well. Like when I go to that when I go not when I worked at Phil's, I just when I would be awkward or uncomfortable, like I have been during this discussion we've had sometimes. I just what I
Yeah.
do is I don't get quiet or get uncomfortable. I just plow fucking through it like a fucking bulldozer. When I get
Definitely.
uncomfortable and I just keep talking. I'm like fuck it. I'm just gonna go full ham and then just see how bad this gets. That's basically how it works for me. How
Hey,
much
you
worse?
you have the confidence for it, so that's what matters.
I guess I'm just faking it, man, and I do my eyebrow thing and that helps. So
Nice. Oh man. All right. We're going on about an hour now.
perfect.
I
That's
think.
exactly where it should. Didn't we plan for this to be an hour usually?
Yeah. But I mean like we were okay with it being like shorter if we needed to,
That's
just
true
because
too.
like most people are not gonna hang around for an hour.
Listen to us just jabber on about fills.
Yeah. I'm sorry for everyone who ever watches this, like we won't normally talk about fills this much.
Oh, it was fun, man. I had a blast. I'm glad we got to chat about it. It was great. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
No, for sure. I wonder if Fatima's married now.
She was with that guy for a while. Yeah, I met him. Mo, he was a good guy. He was really cool.
Yeah, came in a couple times,
He's
but
very
I remember
quiet.
Fatima was like a big sister to me because she was my trainer,
Hmm.
and so like she was always like, "Oh yeah, I want to invite people to my wedding or whatever." Or, like when he proposes, and I was like, "So is that happening? Are we still cool? Are we still?" Is that hey Fatima? If you watch this, did it happen yet? Can
I
we
mean,
come to your wedding?
where's that invite at?
Where's that invite
Honestly.
at? No, I'm just kidding. It's cool. Anyway, yeah,
Yep. Yep. All right. Well, I guess shout out to Phil's for not sponsoring this.
yeah. Jack in the Box, please. We're open.
No, but for real,
Especially Jack.
real talk. Thanks to the guy. I'm gonna butcher his name again, but I need to like remember to, and I'm probably gonna make myself like a little exit script of like, thank you to Rokada. That's the guy who does our artwork. He's a beast.
Hmm.
We love him. Thank you so much, or her. I'm not sure. And then
No,
I don't know. I don't know. No judgment. We live in California,
they
man.
just did the
So
work. They
there you
just did
go.
the work and sent it over.
Yeah, the guy fucking he beast moded it, and I guess also to Heroic Maps for making us our sweet ass RPG maps and letting us use it.
Oh yeah,
I don't think they care if we use it on a Roll 20 and record it. I mean, if I get an
hopefully
angry,
not.
if I get a C and D, you'll know. And this guy again, I don't know how to name these. I'm gonna butcher these names. I'm gonna have to like I'm gonna email him, probably all of them, and ask him how they want me to like give them credit. But his name is like Brunaville. It's Brunuhville. This guy's on YouTube. He
Interesting.
makes like yeah, he makes game music, and he specifically says like if you want to use my music in like videos or if you know stuff that I've copyrighted, go for it. Just give me credit. And I've been
Hmm.
listening to him for like half a decade. His shit is amazing. So
Oh
I
really?
definitely need to
Oh.
reach out because his and give him as much credit as possible because his music is phenomenal for like someone who's super indie. It's it's phenomenal. And I'm just fucking shocked that because there's Adrian Von Ziegler. He's okay. It all starts to sound derivative and the same to me. No offense, dude, but all your music starts to
Mm.
sound the same to me. And there's like it's true, dude. I follow all these indie artists and they all start to sound the same. Like they all went on their fucking MacBook, their Mac, what is it? The band, virtual band or whatever the hell. It all starts to
Yeah.
sound the same. And I'm like Brandon Fleischer or Fletcher, Adrian Von Ziegler, these dudes, they all start to sound the same, and there's no, and I know that if they ever see this, they're gonna get pissed, but like, there's just no originality to it. There's just no wiggle room. It all starts to like kind of saturate down. But anyway, this guy, Bruneville, always has sounded very like unique. His sounds have always had like good concepts to them, and I've really enjoyed it. So fuck, man.
Oh yeah. You gotta send me the name or something so I can find out more. Maybe I could make a post about them on Instagram or something like I did for the person who did our art.
Hell yeah, hell
By
yeah.
the way, yeah, if you want to know who did our art, it's there's a post on our Instagram.
Yeah, definitely the guy. He's a badass, and or her. And thank you so much for all that. So that's it. I
Yeah.
guess that's all. No one else.
Yeah. On
Hey,
a final note, check out our game tomorrow. And if you don't see this until then, well, check out our game recorded at some point because it'll be good.
it'll be on
It'll
YouTube.
be fun.
Definitely look up Right Wizard Games, and Next time we'll talk more about the game coming up and the games we've had. I guess that was the whole point, and we totally. I was having a
Yeah,
blast talking about being a barista. So whoops.
yeah. I had like topics written out too. I was just too lazy to go grab them
That's
right
all
now.
good, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I have
I
a
was talking
feeling
about
we're
it.
gonna derail a lot too. I know originally I was just like, oh yeah, let's talk about experiences you've had where like players just try to be like way too out there for the setting, you know, like they just
Mm.
play against the mood.
Hmm.
But yeah, we can save that for another time.
Next time, next week. We got next week,
Yeah,
so it's all good, man.
for
All
sure.
right, so that's Nate Doge and Rye Wizard, Rye Dog.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys around.
Bye.